Joining in with the theme of built not bought, I've made this window guard and jerry can holder. Let's go take a look how I did it. Hello and welcome to the Orange Defender. I'm Chris and this is my Defender, hence the Orange Defender. And today I want to go along with the whole theme of built not bought and make some window guards for the side of the car here, which A, will hold the new jerry cans that I've got, and B, provide extra storage space for recovery equipment and gear when I'm going overland. Make it nice and easy accessible when you're stuck and you've got to wade through deep mud to get to the back of the car and dig all your gear out. So I got these jerry cans from Wavian, and yes, they are orange to match the rest of the car, because why not after all. But these, I want to create some sort of cradle that they can sit on the back here, one each side of the car, and then the rest of it here will be an open mesh where I can clip, cable tie, bungee strap, various bits of recovery gear to the side of the car, depending on what I'm doing. It's not stuff that's designed to be left on there all the time. This is going to be a modular system that will hook onto the gutter rail here and then will bolt in at the bottom. That means I can remove it when I'm not using it, so I don't have to drive around, because this is my daily driver after all as well. So, plan is, I've got this wire mesh here that I've loosely cut to shape for now. This is going to sit across the window here, and then I'll use some angle iron around the edge. Top section will sit into the gutter rail, and then the bottom section I'm going to bolt into the side of the car here. I don't want to bolt at the top because I want to reduce the amount of bolts I've got, or holes I've got to drill going through the side of the car, because my paintwork is absolutely immaculate as it is. But what I'm more so worried about is, as it ages and gets a bit old, corrosion and other things getting into the aluminium body of this. That's going to play havoc, and it'll probably start bubbling all around the edges, and then I'll have further issues from there on. So I want to reduce the amount of holes I'm drilling through the side of the car, and hopefully come up with a system that's easily removable and something that's strong and sturdy for when I am off-road and ultimately overlanding. So let's get on the tools and see what we can come up with. Right, so I've got some slotted channel steel. That'll form the bottom. That'll sit on top of there. Actually, that'd be much better if I could get it that way around. So slots are at the bottom. One of those at the bottom. One of those at the top. Round to the side. Job done. Everybody knows the best things in the world are built by eye. I can't find my tape measure anywhere. But so this is going to sit at the bottom here, and then come up to the top. So I need to mark out where those roof racks are, or the roof rack mounts are. Do one there, and here. So I need to notch out those and remove it. That side should be fine. I just spent 5 minutes filing down the wrong piece. I started filing down a scrap piece. Okay, so these are going to make the two gutter mounts. So they're going to sit into the gutter like that. We'll weld these onto the main cage that we've got. Should be job done. the welds might not be the best in the world, but what are you going to do? So put some etch primer on it, and then we can spray it all black to match the car. I'm going to paint it with some stone chip shield. It should be quite tough. I use it on the bumpers and under the car, so it should work well for this as it's brushing over trees and stuff when I'm on lanes and overlanding. Now, just while I wait for the paint to dry on the window guard, I want to chat to you about these Wavian Jerry cans. They are very tough cans and they are very well designed and very well made. You can see on the handles here, they're welded all the way around, not just tack welded in the corners like a lot of the cheaper cans you can find online. The weld is recessed and it again is welded all the way around. It's got a protective coating inside and the siphon on it is nice and big as well. So when you're pouring it out, it doesn't glug and spatter everywhere, and you can pour it out very, very fast indeed. If you like the look of these and you want to get a set yourself, head to jerrycans.co.uk, which is a Wavian website. Use the discount code OrangeDefender10 and you'll be able to get 10% discount off of any item you choose off there. So head there, get yourself a set of these. Okay, so that's the actual window guard done. So that hooks onto the gutter like that, and it'll sit nicely on the edge. Now, one additional thing that I have done was got some of this closed cell foam here. It's like a rubber, that's sticky back rubber, and I've stuck it along the bottom edge. So when it's resting against the side of the car, it doesn't cause any damage. So the next thing we've got to do before we look at bolting it to the side of the car is how we're going to actually mount the jerry can to this. And don't you just like the look of that? Like a Defender with a window cage at the back, and eventually we'll get some at the sides there as well. Fold up ones for the windows. They just look cool, don't they? So I want to mount my jerry can, or jerry cans, because I've got one for the other side as well. I want to mount them here, and I can have any recovery gear and accessories in front of it, so in the wing mirror I can see if anything's dropping off. If I've got it at the front like that, I won't be able to see what's happening behind it. So I want to mount it here. Now, I know I said built not bought, but I have bought some pre-fabricated jerry can mounts. They got a latch which goes over the top and you can put a padlock on the front as well. So I want to mount this round about here on my rack. So let's mark up some holes, then we can get the riv nut gun out and put some studs in here, and that way we can just use the existing holes on this to bolt straight through onto the rack. So these are riv nuts. They're like a captive nut that compresses down a lot like a pop rivet. Screw it onto the end of your gun, pop it in your hole, and then close the clamps up on here, and that crimps it into your sheet metal, or in this case your box metal there, and you've got a nut permanently left in place. So just get these out here, pop this one on. Okay, now we can bolt our jerry can holder onto the window guard. So I've got some little pan head screws here. I appreciate I've only got 3 in at the moment, but I just want to locate it and I can weld a little square plate into the cage here and create another mounting plate or mounting position for that one. Okay, let's get this on the car quickly and have a look at, see what it looks like. I'm quite excited to see with the jerry can sitting in on it. I think it's going to look really good. Okay, let's hook this into place and have a look. It's got it sitting on there. Oh yeah, that looks absolutely epic. I like that. And the look from the back as well is giving it a nice big wide stance. I can't wait until the other side's done. Right, now for the bit I'm absolutely dreading and going to hate. Drilling into the car and fixing it down onto the sides. I don't want to do this, but it has to be done. I really don't want to do this. Oh. Right, it's just 2 holes. It'll be okay. So, the whole premise of it was that this would be removable when I'm not using it. So I want a couple of fixings. Most of the weight's taken from the top. I want a couple of fixings putting at the bottom of the frame here, going straight through, and then we'll put again some of those riv nuts into the side of the car. So let's have a look at where best we can do that. Maybe I'll do 3. 1, 2 at the sides, 1 in the middle. Right, let's get something to mark it up with. Okay. After a lot of panicking, squirming, breathing, I made the holes. I put one of the riv nuts in. Just putting this one in now. And then that should be the holes complete, and we can bolt the frame down onto the car. I can't tell you how much I didn't want to drill into the side of the car, but needs must. And if you want the looks, you got to go through the pain. Okay, let's get this back in place. We can bolt it down. Okay, that's that locked in place. Let's get the jerry can holder back on it. Great stuff. That is it. So that is now our window guard complete with jerry can holder. I need to make one for the other side, and that'll complete the look on both sides. And the rest of this area here, I can put recovery strops on, I can put shovels on, whatever you like really, anything, you know, recovery gear, things you need accessible from the outside of the car, that if you get stuck and you're in deep mud or anything like that, it's much easier to go here and just pluck it off rather than try and go inside the car or get in the back or get in drawers, etc. So that there has really made a great place to store cans. I haven't got the smell of the cans on the inside. I've got maintained my space on the inside and they're nice and safe here on the outside as well. These have got a strap that goes over the top with the padlock on. These are just standard jerry can holders that I've bolted to the rack, so I won't show you that or go into detail on that locking system. You can find that out online. But that's it. Hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you on the next one.